So the first step is just getting the dishwasher onto its back, and I'm using the styrofoam that was included with the shipment to protect the back of the dishwasher. And once it's laid down, there's a junction box, as you can see here. Just remove that out of the way, and we'll use that later on in the assembly. And to the left of the junction box is where you need to attach a 90-degree elbow. Now the elbow is not included with the kit. I just purchased a universal kit. I think Eastman was the manufacturer, and it includes the elbow, some other attachments, but also a hot water line. So since the dishwasher is being replaced, you might as well replace and install a brand new hot water line as well. And before you install that 90-degree elbow, just wrap some Teflon tape around the fitting. The elbow is brass, and this is a plastic fitting, so obviously you don't want to over tighten anything and crack that plastic coupling. So as you can see here, I'm just placing that coupling on, and then we'll maybe only a few turns. You can feel it as you tighten it, but there you go. Just make it a pretty good snug, and you'll be in good shape. Now also, again, with that kit, here's the brand new hot water line. I'm just attaching it to the elbow, and I'm using an adjustable wrench just to snug it down. The instructions state you do not have to use Teflon tape here, so I'm not using any Teflon tape. I'm just attaching it, a few turns, and that's it. So now we're removing the strain relief plate. Do not throw it out because you will need it later on when you reinstall and attach the wiring. Now the dishwasher is lifted back up on its legs, and I'm just attaching the drain. Now the dishwasher did include a drain in my case, so I'm just attaching the drain, and the drain runs to your faucet, which I'll show you in a moment what that looks like. And of course they include a clamp. Just place the clamp on the drain and make sure it's pretty tight, because obviously you don't want to have any leaks or anything like that. Now of course the legs are adjustable. So what I did off camera, I just placed the dishwasher against my countertop, try to get it as straight and leveled as possible, and then once you find the correct measurement, in your case there's a set screw that you just tighten down, and that keeps the leg from moving essentially. Now the rear of the dishwasher in this case has one center leg, and the front there's one on the left and one on the right. And this is the way I routed that hot water heater hose. You just want to make sure it doesn't get in contact with any moving parts. So now I'm just going to slide in the dishwasher. And as I slide in the dishwasher, I'm slowly pulling back the drain hose and the hot water line. Now lastly, don't forget, obviously you need to route the wiring that's going to the dishwasher. So again, as I push this in the dishwasher, I'm just adjusting the wiring to match up with that plate. So there are two things not included in this kit. One right here is the strain relief, the second being that 90-degree elbow that we attached earlier. The strain relief is something like 50 cents. It's very inexpensive. And all that I'm doing here is I'm just attaching that strain relief to the relief plate that we removed earlier from the dishwasher. And nothing very tight. I'm just trying to get everything lined up before we install the wiring. So now we're placing the wires through that strain relief. And then on the rear of that strain relief, you have two little Phillips size bolts or screws. You just tighten them down. That essentially keeps the wiring from moving backwards or forwards. It just snugs everything down. Now the instructions state exactly where the wiring to go. It's even printed on the dishwasher. So in this case, the ground, which is the green screw, goes on the right. The middle wire is your neutral, or again your white wire. And then on the left is your black or your hot wire. So you just line everything up, clamp it down, and I'm just bolting on the relief plate right here. And just checking all of my attachments. You don't want to over tighten the screws because they can strip out. So just snug it down, and don't forget the dishwasher is stationary. It doesn't have to be incredibly tight. And now we're just putting that plate back on the dishwasher. This is what we removed very, very early in the assembly. Now I'm just tightening down the screws that attach to the countertop. Now I'm essentially matching up my old dishwasher mounting points. If you don't have any mounting points or you need new ones, just drill a small pilot hole and you'll be perfectly fine. Now when it comes to the drain hose, you have to make sure that there's a loop in the drain hose. It has to be at least 20 inches in height, but no more than 43 inches. And now I'm just attaching that drain hose to the plumbing. And they do include the hardware, meaning the clamp. So just clamp it down and we'll test it out in a moment as well. And here's the hot water line. Just attach that back to your faucet. And now we'll turn on the water and verify that we don't have any leaks. So we don't have any leaks, so I'm turning on the power, going to the dishwasher, and we'll do a test run just to make sure everything's working correctly, that the water is draining from the dishwasher correctly, and again that everything is just running in very, very good shape. Now my kit includes a fleece kit, so I'm just installing the fleece kit, and then right after this we're going to install the metal toe panel, and your installation is pretty much done. So just line up the holes with the dishwasher. You're just going to clamp everything down, and then you have your toe panel to finish off the look. Gives you a flush look. And that's it. So these are the steps if you plan on installing a Bosch dishwasher, and really most dishwashers out there today. Hot water line, drain, power, and you're in good shape.